Hey, okay, we're back. In this stream, we're just gonna do my old art, like redo my old art and see what we can improve there. It's Sunday, I only have I don't feel like doing any actual work, so we'll just do random stuff. And again, we're gonna rant about things. I mean, if I'm able to. My ability to talk and work at the same time is kind of limited, I would say. But let's get to it. I wanna pick something simple. I don't wanna get something that's gonna take me like 5 days to make. Okay, these are decent. I guess I can try to do that, and that's not too bad. Yeah, I've already done. Okay, you guys can't see it, but I've already done a few of these. What can we do? I guess we can do this one. Yeah, it will take us like two hours or something, but we will do it. This is pretty good. That's cute. Not too bad. We can do this one, but that's gonna take a lot of time, so we'll skip that. These are not too bad. I'll go up. Yeah, I guess that's the right choice. I'm gonna pick it up. Good lord. Where did that go? Okay. So we will get this, and we're gonna try to repaint that and improve some. Well, we will point out like things that needs to be improved, and then we'll do that. I'm gonna start off with just picking the colors so it's as accurate as possible. You guys won't be able to see any layers though because I'm just gonna use one layer, at most two. So yeah, we'll start off simple. We're gonna get this, and I'll just put this guy in and get a nice base down. And then I'm gonna get my favorite brush, which is this blending brush, and start adding some texture to things. We don't want like the soft greenness. I really hate them. Yeah, so we'll just dab and add some interesting stuff to this. Now we get this brush here, which is my random color generator. We can add these random ass colors in the sky, like get some happy accidents going, but we don't want to make it too weird, so I'll just blend some of these in, and we do need some edge variation around, so yeah, that's good. Now let's focus on the main thing, and then we'll go over. Pick this color. This is a pretty nice base to start off when you're painting a rock. Yeah, this person has issues with dealing with these edges. It just tends to get big colors out of nowhere. Yeah. Okay, now that we have a base ready, let's analyze what's going on with this thing. What is wrong with this guy? I think first thing that I immediately notice is the brush is all over the place. There's no sense of there's no intention behind putting the strokes down, which is not a good sign. Um, and then again, the contrast between objects in the scene and the like over objects of the scene, the contrast is not that great, right? If I'm looking at the picture over there, um, so this is too dark, and then compared to this, I mean, if this is like a black cow, right, or a buffalo, right? That was my intention there. Um, and if this buffalo was looking this dark, the scene would be very very contrasty, right? Because they are not actually that dark. If you look at it, that's why it looks weird. So first thing we have to work on is the contrast. I'll just write them down. Contrast is the main man here, and then we're gonna, improve the brushwork a little bit and be more intentional with this, with the strokes we put out. Brushwork. Yeah, so these two things are the main thing that are not working, and then we can stylize things a bit more once we get into that. Okay, let's start off with just getting the rock right. I'm still gonna pick the colors because the colors are very nice. But okay, I found another mistake. This is way too saturated to be rock, like an actual color. So I'm gonna dial it down a bit. So right now I'm just gonna pick this color and put this down, and you'll see that this is not good. So I'm gonna pick this again. Let me go back to my color picker, and I'm gonna. Oh, you guys can see it. Okay, I'll pick this from here. Oh, let me pause this. Dope. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, no, it's okay, man. I'm just glad that you showed up. But yeah, as you can read the thing underneath my picture here, I'm redoing my old art. So yeah, I mean, if the earphone come back up, it's gonna be a good man to listen to. But yeah, I'm glad, man. I'm assuming you're not at work today because it's Sunday, right? So that's one keen observation on my part. But still, let me fix this guy. Okay, that's good. And now, okay, I'm gonna ignore the colors now, because if I try to pick the colors from this side, it's gonna just mess up the perception. I'm just gonna take this wheel and pick this, just put it up just a little bit. It's not too bad. And the other thing is, when light hits a surface, the colors tend to get more saturated. So we have to we have to move the color this way instead of that way. But I've done it too much there. I knew the principle, but I didn't understand it. So yeah, that's more like it now. Then we can add more stuff to once we start building the shapes, But to start off, this is a pretty good color. And the thing that I've found helpful for me when I'm doing this kind of stuff like painting and everything is it's helpful to start off with just having limited number of values in mind. Right now I'm just working with just two values. This is shadow and then this is light. I'm not thinking about anything else. And as you go down, so you can start putting in more values and things like that. So that's kinda good. Now I'm making the same mistake, getting into small details which we don't want to do. So I'm gonna just do big strokes and get some of this down quickly so I can move on to the next stage. And James, my man, I hope like you learn something from it, because that's my main motivation. That you find the art interesting. I hope you just and hopefully you don't show up just because I rant about being sad when no one shows up. But you know, if there's no obligation, everything. If you enjoy it, then you should show up. But if you don't show up just because I'm sad. Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna take it, but that's my kind of like general thinking. And okay, so let's get to the painting. Now we do want, like, I like the gradient here, so we'll like separate the foreground with this gradient, and I'm gonna end this so we don't go out of the bound. Okay, we have a pretty good base. Now we can start adding more colors to this. So first thing, I wanna add a dark value so we can define shapes more, possibly put down some ambient occlusion. And the way I'm selecting color here is I'm shifting the temperature towards cooler color from the base that I just picked, and then I'm slowly reducing the value of the color value, as in the brightness, right? So yeah, that's how we get there. And then because I have this awesome blending brush and stuff, I can mix in colors as well. I tend to just, so if I have to add a cooler value, instead of trying to pick it from the color picker, I tend to just take the color from the exact color from this, and tend to mix it in with the colors I have on the canvas. Like, it's more of a traditional approach, but it works, so I like doing it. And it's more satisfying when the colors you put down are. Oh, nice, man. Yeah, as I was saying, man, do you like? I hope you find the streams interesting and not just show up just because I don't have any viewers. Yeah, that is how I'm not really sure what you like about the streams and stuff. I don't know if this is a good thing to talk about right now or not. Man, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh man, okay, let me. I think the illusion of showing this as a wider landscape would come with like adding an object or a subject or anything that shows off the perspective, and it's gonna be hard trying to represent it by just showing off the thing. I don't know, man. Maybe we can add something like this. Maybe we can add a path that comes from top, and it's kind of far away, so we'll just no, it's not looking too good, but we'll see. Okay, step 1, step 2 is gone, which is putting down the ambient inclusion thing, more values. Now I think next thing we can do is just working with the shadow side again. We can put in some bounce light, which is just a bluish color. So we'll get like a nice blue cool color. Oh man, thanks. Yeah, but I still hope that you get to learn something, and I inspire you to do art, man. In this day and age, art is just sometimes it really, like, I think I overthink it sometimes, but with the AI coming over, like the place of traditional hand drawn art would go more and more niche, to the point that it's just gonna be around similar to how traditional paintings are. People still make like good. There is no need for traditional art in the industry, so the people who are still working on it, they are mostly just you know making it work through social media or something like that. And people who are learning about this, they are just hobbyists and stuff. It's gonna be same thing with traditional art in like near future. So that kind of sometimes puts me in a bad mood, but I try not to think about it too much. um, yeah, that's why I'm trying to build something of my own now. I'm not really working with clients that much. I'm actually working on a series, that working by I mean I have it under the process. I do have a few character designs. I have a story down, but I haven't been able to work on any actual things to show off. You know, because of some things in the life in the past month and stuff. Um, but yeah, but well, I'll get to it somehow, and I'm gonna have to figure out the marketing and stuff. I have a friend, like he was like working with me as a team member, but we're pretty good friends now. He is very good with this kind of social media stuff, so I'm gonna get some of his help on this. But again, I don't wanna like bother him, or be like a you know I don't know what's the word for it. Oh man, I think we've made the ropes a bit too warm, so we'll have to fix that by just doing that. Yeah, and I'm really inspired by Six Man. He is teaching all of these classes, and the way he grew as an artist was the same thing. He made videos like me on niche tutorials. Like I've seen his older videos, they are about things that I don't think people care about that much. But I think him being consistent, and then his I would say his likable personality got him so many viewers, followers, that he's able to just do what he likes. And same thing is with me. Like my style is, when I'm doing work for clients, I work very differently than I'm working for myself, because the way I do things is not that optimized to work right. Doesn't work in the actual industry. Clients want like that way is wants things to turn around like fast, and they need to be like fixable, or if they want to change or anything like that, you have to be able to do that. And the style I work with, I mean, it's done, and I don't know what's the word for it, man. I forgot the phrase, but it's well, if it's done, it's done. You can really go back and change things unless you start from the beginning, which is the main reason that I don't work this way when I'm working with clients. So I consider this quite niche in my opinion. And we wanna get some magenta. Man, that's kind of. Oh yeah. We're gonna get some of that, and yeah, that's kind of good. Now I ruined the bounce slide effect. Okay, we'll fix it. But yeah, that's kind of my thing nowadays. But yeah, it's like a slower process. But I don't gotta be nowhere, right? So I can go through this. And again, man, with the things going on in the world, I've seen files of their rituals. That's kind of that's that's also like kind of depressing to think about. I do wanna put like that's looking good. we wanna like okay I don't know I switched between talking about the painting to talking about politics like in the same breath. So sometimes it does sound weird when I like look back at it. But so like for example, we're talking about okay, that it's gonna be. I like to make jokes, but it's very hard to deliver them like in real time. I think we don't want to overwork this, so I'll just keep it to this, and we'll start working on the clouds next. Clouds are interesting because they are same like abstract shapes, and you can get away with like you know doing so many different styles. So we're gonna start off with this darker shape, which is not that dark anymore. So look at this, but we do want it to be a bit saturated though. We don't want to make it turn down like turn out dark. I think that's a good start. Let's put down some random shapes and then we'll do something with them. I think I'm making them too dark, so I think I should like make a new layer for them before I mess up too bad. I think we can start off with this. This is like a pretty good base for the shadows, and I have this neat brush that basically automatically makes clouds. You just have to put down a few strokes. But the shapes aren't that interesting in my opinion, so I tend to avoid it as much as I can. You know. And you just gonna put down some shadow shapes and some medium cloud shapes. And then you can take the brush, like this blending brush, and we can detail it out. Get some rough edges in. I'll have to do like a proper study on clouds and how to stylize them properly, because I'm not really that good at it. Okay. Where's my brush? I think that's good enough for the sky. Maybe we can start it just a little bit more, get some more interesting shapes in. I do like these boxy shapes though, but they don't really yeah, and I mean it's not that bad. I'll just get this soft brush and some of the edges are soft to give us a nice effect. Yes, that's good. Okay, now we can move on to the main subject. I'll just put this down, this, and we're gonna add in, and we're gonna just. Now I can pick this color, and I can do this, but that's not good. So, yeah, and we're gonna start this with the line work, though we're not gonna do like basic shapes like we usually do. So I'll pick a very like a color that's like within the range of the painting. And I do want to make some of these edges more defined before I do that. Okay, now we can just draw the guy. Well, we're starting with this guy. So it's like a big ass. Does that even look like a cow or a buffalo? Buffaloes do have these big ass horns though, so we'll put them down. I keep things simple. And okay, now I'm not sure how to draw the back legs. I'm not animal anatomy expert. Oh man, let me look at a reference for this. Buffalo. Buffalo. Yeah, water buffalo. So back. Oh man, that's kind of a big one. So it's like this. I mean, if I gesture this out, it's something like that. And then there's this big thing. There's that big thing, and then front is like that. I think that's good enough. And we don't add too many details in this. We'll just go with the basic shapes. I mean, it doesn't even look like a cow anymore, but that's okay. Okay, now we have this, and I'm gonna start off with the base color. I have this brush, which helps you put down the forms easily, you know. So we'll just start off with this color and this. Now I don't guarantee it looking like a cow or a buffalo, but it will look like something, you know. And our main goal is to do the colors more than the actual design. So we'll just go with that. Now that we have a basic blob for the shape, I'm looking at it and I think the scale is off. We can shrink it down like this. I think that would be more accurate, but I just keep it like that. And the gesture of this guy is way better than this guy, but that's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Now let's do a shadow pass. For the shadow, we can just shift the color inside the base. It needs to be not too bright because the base color of a cow or a buffalo is dark, like very dark. So it's like the sun illuminates it less, and the actual bounce light does most of the work. So we'll just get this good enough that the temperature of the temperature matches with the, and it does look this yellow. Yeah, now we can do a pretty good bounce light on the side, and because it's like bouncing off of this color, so we can get this color and insert that in a bit as well, at least at the bottom. And now I just needs a dark color as well, like as in the ambient occlusion pass, which would be something like this. If you know the anatomy of this, that's more helpful, but because I'm not really that good with it, we'll have to just run with what we've got. Oh man, that's kind of a weird looking cow, but that's okay. We'll give it one more try. Let's now let's scale this down and put it on the right scale before we can do anything else. And we have to fix the perspective on this guy, which this needs to be very small. this brush and get this working. That's not looking too good, to be honest. But buffaloes are like monochromatic creatures, so I don't think we have that much to work with. We can definitely make it more warm though. So we'll get this and add some warm tone to this. Even though the perspective is not good, we have achieved our main goal, which is to put this on to make it look like a part of the environment and not just something that sticks out, too much. And then we can fix the horn by just giving it like a bright color. Yeah. But that's not that good looking. I mean, the perspective is not working that well. But yes, that's okay. Perspective is not working, but the color does work, which was the main goal, right? I'm coping, but that should make sense. Okay, we gotta. Yeah, but tell me, James, man, you're not at work today. Like, what are you up to? Just watching the stream? Doing anything in the background? Okay. Well, I think we can try and adjust the colors a bit. Let's kind of look a bit too desaturated, so we can darken it up, and then I can go to the color balance mode, and I'm gonna basically try and shift the highlights a bit to a warmer tone, and then we can put this to a cooler tone. Okay, that's more like it. It's looking more like it, yeah. Man, cows don't even do like this. Like they don't even back their tail, or they don't even curl their tail like that. Probably that's why it looks a bit weird. But we got it there, man. It's not too bad. But if we hide this thing, now this is way more better than the one he had down there, in my opinion. More intense. I wouldn't say better, but it's more intentional, and I think it's more efficient, because I think that this painting here, it took me like, I don't know, like 2 hours to do. But this one I did. Oh man, good to hear. But I think the timeline might be off here, because for me it's Sunday, but in US it could be Monday. Oh, it's probably Monday morning, right? Yeah. So my well-educated guess was wrong after all, man. Not a good story. I think we can redo this, man, if you enjoy it so much. This is kind of low effort, and I don't really, condone that kind of behavior. on my stream, you know. uh, I think the part that's not working mostly is the head. uh, Most of the cars have their heads facing like this, which we can do, but that's gonna be too much work, man. Not gonna lie. But okay, let's do actually the shadows to make it look like it's part of the environment and not just floating. I don't know what's missing in this. This still looks a bit weird to me. I don't know why. But we'll move on. Okay, that's our one painting number one. So I merge this with this. Not too much difference if you ask me. This one's got some interesting details though. Not gonna lie. Which we can put them here as well. It's not a big deal. I guess I'll put this there. If nothing else, we can add some detail in the landscape. You know, I'll pick this color, pick this goddamn color up. Yeah. Sunday 3. Oh man, that's not good, man. Working on Sundays is pretty bad. I mean, I would know about it though. I mean, with the client work, they don't really care about Sundays or Saturdays. They need their work, so you have to work on Sundays, man. I swear I get you, man. Yeah, but good to know, man. Well, I don't know what's good to know, yeah, that you're working on Sunday. But that's cool. That's cool, man. Okay. Okay. Now I think we should do another one. We can try a portrait, but yeah, this one is a good one, but like there are a lot of things to fix here. But to make it look better, like to make the actual art look better than this guy, it's gonna take like a long time, probably a few hours, which we don't have unfortunately. So we'll skip this one. I'll bring up my sketchbook. So I have this folder. Oh yeah, we can do this. This is simple, and there is like something to fix. I mean, I can't really tell what's wrong here, but this looks very weird. I think the values are mostly breaking. And this one, this was like design work, which I don't want to get into. This one is weird, like the brushwork is not that good and the form, the hand is not clear. Oh man, yeah, Super Bowl is good, man. But yeah, so it's like chill time for you, man. It's just chilling at the top. This I like this one. The colors on this one is very good. I just called it by mistake. I don't know how. Yeah, this one is pretty bad. I was testing out the brushes on this. Yeah, I have way older drawings in this. These are mostly like my character design and tools I did. This one is like very old. Can I find? Yeah, this is pretty bad. But I think I've done rocks and grass enough that, you know, I don't wanna keep redoing that. This was my OC like way back. I don't know what was up with that. I was playing GT San Andreas a lot, so he's got those green gangs and you know cat colors. Oh man, this one is also this can use some work, but you know, well no, I'm not gonna bother with it. This one is pretty good. Other than like the colors are good, but the structure on the face is not that good. Oh man, harass me though. Yeah, that's kind of shitty core card right. Oh man, the gesture on this one is pretty bad. I mean, yeah, I think we can improve this gesture though. Let me check. We have this. Let me put this away. Yeah, now that I've look like I'm looking at it, the fresh eye, the drawing on this side, the looks are way more structured on than this one, and the colors are is objective thing, subjective thing. Sorry, so I won't comment on that. Yeah, this was like way earlier in my drawing. I wouldn't say career because I wasn't doing it for work. I was just doing it for fun. This one is not bad to be honest. I think the values on this work pretty good. That's why it doesn't look bad, even though the colors are very random on this. This drawing here is oh man, that's dark. Yeah, this horse drawing is pretty bad. So let me. Oh, this man. If you're interested, look at it. This one was one of my original, like one of my first digital animations that I did. Like it was an Adobe Animate, which is oh man, this didn't age well for me. I just wanted to animate a cat, but then things led up to this guy getting hit, which is not funny because I have 3 cats now. So it's been. I get weird comments. Not weird, they were true. Like I did get good backlash on that. But and this is the animation that actually kicked off my animation career, and I've made it so far. If it wasn't for this one, I probably wouldn't. My first client, which led me into doing it more and more. Oh, yeah, this was like one of the projects that I did. Okay, well, let me improve. Yeah. So I'm gonna improve these two guys. Let's start off with this one. Let me get my rough brush. So first thing that's wrong with this guy is obviously the feet is weird, and then the pose is not exaggerated. Like he is like bending backwards, but it looks like he had a stiff back and he was hit in the spine, and he's just trying to not move too much. Same thing with this guy, not exaggerated that much, and the legs have shrunk down for some reason. So yeah, this is an old animation. I mean, if you compare this, it's a good way to get motivated. Is this versus one of my recent animations? One recent, where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, I played it even. Yeah, So it's this versus this, man. It's not even finished yet. That's the good thing. But yeah, it shows like I think this one was like in 2021 or something. Yeah, that's okay. Now let's fix that. I'm gonna turn this off. I mean, we can animate the show, but I will just focus on the posing for now. So first thing, you have to establish a ground plane, which I'll just do like that, you know. And well, setting of ground plane, this is very like okay. I'll do like a perspective kind of there. This is a ground, and then let's put the character there. First thing I like to do is I like to start off with the torso. I mean, you can draw like gesture here, things like that, but you know, I'm gonna exaggerate it a bit more than this, yeah. And then this is the pelvis, my shorthand for the pelvis, and then when he's loading up, he doesn't want to do his hand like that. It should be like this. So his hand would come like at this angle. Oh man, let me move this a bit away from this guy. So his hands would do something like this. We do want to like show clear bend between the elbow and stuff. And it's gonna be the same thing here. And his head is gonna be tilted way back, almost like this position. And we won't be able to see the neck or anything like that. So you know, it's doing something like that. And in the next program, let's copy this and you know move it over there. Let's erase the legs. So he's gonna lean all of his weight on the front leg, so it would bend like this, which is there, but you know. So it's not gonna like throw the flame onto the very side, like very side view. Yeah, yeah. I think it's gonna be like something if well it's gonna be yeah his face is gonna do something like this. Oh man, because it's leaning way forward, will do it also like that. And then his arms are I don't know like he would be doing man, man you have to act sometimes. Yeah, his arms are gonna be like bent backwards. I don't know how that's gonna work, you know, something like that. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can make it like straight like that. Man, Joyner Lucas is like I don't know. People don't really talk about him that much. He's pretty good, you know. And I don't know if you've heard his songs or anything like that. And mid frame, like you said, it would be something. It would be quite funny. So it's gonna be, you know, smear frames are gonna be funny, man. You know. It looks like good. Oh, it looks good. You might need to bend the arm on the first key in a bit. Yeah. Wait, let me try that. I think if we like do the arms opposite, like if we do, you know, if he's like loading up and he's like, you know, crossing his arms out. You know, he's like doing like this, like that. You know, if like he's doing. Man, the gesture is really killing me. And then this would, yeah, then this would make more sense. We just do this. Yeah. But then the feet would. But the. Yeah, I think we can try and animate that as well. Let me do like animation, doing the same thing. Move the. Yeah, let's do like another layer for the paint. You know, that's our base paint. Then I'll put this down, and then, yeah. Okay. So let's do the same thing. So he has his torso being bent back. We're gonna go with the front view now. Yeah, it does. Um, but we don't like. Um, I'm not really like doing the thing. Oh yeah, I mean yeah, you got the point there, man. So like, but this one is quite weird, but this makes sense. Um, so we're gonna animate that now, and I'll see like how the things are gonna work out. Oh man, yeah. So imagine if he like doing. Hand crawling thing is not. I think it has to be something like this. You know. I guess that makes a little bit sense. I don't know how this one is gonna be, man. I'm not really familiar with the anatomy in this area, so I'll have to just wing that. Hopefully in a few years I'm gonna be looking at this and then improving that, or you know, keep the cycle going. Yeah, this is like a funny thing there. I mean, I have this character here. So I used to play a game when I was a kid, and I did quite a lot of fan art for that. I don't have that many pieces left, but I do have this one. So I did this guy 2022 in Paintpad basically, and then oh no, it was in Photoshop, yeah. And then I did this in 2022, and I was thinking doing it one like another one. Um, yeah, we can actually plan that out for the next stream and you do like a proper rendering of this guy. Yeah, that's so we'll have like 3 versions of these hanging around. Yeah. Okay, now for the next pose. Let's name this one, and so it's gonna do is the start here. It's gonna be like an anticipation pose, which we can set at like frame 5 or another. Oh yeah, man, this guy is pretty cool, man. It's from this game where I'll show you if you wanna play sometimes. The original game came out in 19 yes this guy in 19 19 or 2000 like 2000 just just 2000, and then the author remastered this version last year. And like I have 11 hours on this. Haven't played that. I was very excited when I started out. Like when the game came out on Steam. Even though I don't really buy games or anything like that, I did bought this one, and I will try to. So I had this old friend like way back when I was a kid on Facebook, and we used to play this game a lot, and we used to bond over this. So he texted me and asked me that let's play the thing, man. So we said yeah, I fixed the time out of each of our jobs and stuff. But then we figured out that the guy has not added the multiplayer feature yet, and we're trying to tingle with it. And he has not. He said he's planning to do it, but he hasn't done it yet. But hopefully we'll get there, and then I'll probably get to play it more. There's the onion skin. I do need the onion skin to trace the feet, because feet I gonna plant is strong. And yeah. And then we get done off the game. Now we can just go flip back and forth, And it's gonna be face. I think we can move it like to the quarter side. We don't wanna make it like front on. And then we can make his hand go back. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. We don't get too carried away with this map. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna like close his legs in like that. So we'll just expand that, do something like that. Oh man, I don't know where to put this at. Maybe it's gonna be something like that. Yeah. Now we can do an anticipation frame on this guy, which will be something. And it's almost gonna go more downwards. We don't want to do down, but it's really gonna go quite down. Yeah, and his arms gonna be like this. Oh man, what the? He's air humping the air, but no. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Maybe we need to shift his weight down. It does look funny though. The last face is for the memes. Oh man. Okay, I'll keep this, as a thing, but I'm gonna fix that. And now he's just gonna shift his weight down instead of like pumping the air like that. Now it should look. Yeah. And now we're just gonna insert a smear frame in between. Frames are not that important because they just last for a frame and they're just fillers, so we don't really have to worry too much about the thing. Yeah. Like about getting the details right. I do want to flip back and forth. Yeah, now it can. We can copy that and we can exaggerate this a little bit more than the previous frame, and it should give us. that's not issue, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna do like a effect on this guy. Rough. Doing the rough part of the animation is way more fun than doing cleanup. Then like cleanup in between just get tedious, man. So that's the. Oh man, this makes a good breakdown frame. We'll do it on threes instead of fucking whole frame, man. Then make that beautiful frame. So just yeah, there's still something weird going on with the. I think we didn't really have to shift the weight down that much. So we can delete this. No, delete this frame, but delete this guy over here. Copy this and paste this in here. And maybe make this a bit closer to the original one. We're gonna turn this off. And yeah. It does make it look good though, so we'll just put it down. Yeah, that looks good. I think then we can make him like stand after this, which will be like a nice finisher. And so we'll just now we can just go back and forth. And then we can copy that frame, bring it over here, and we can do an in between of these guys. So we'll have a good loop going. I mean, I don't like these bright ass colors. Yeah, that's more like it. Doesn't serve the. Okay. Yeah, now we have this nice loop going, and we need this on threes, which is pretty good. I think we can add one more frame in between this to, you know, it's gonna be pretty rough, but we'll get this. We'll get it there, man. No big issue. Yeah, so we have this. And we have, let's clip this on 40. Oops. Yeah, we have a pretty good loop going, man. Realize pretty good. Can delete that. We can clean this up. It's gonna look pretty good. Okay. I think I'll save this. I do have one more animation that I just roughed out and never finished it. I'll show that to you as well. I mean, if you're just looking at it, if you know, that's cool. Where is my personal projects? Personal. New. Scream. Shared projects. What the hell? Why am I narrating the whole thing? Yeah, and this one is pretty good one as well. I did this as an exercise, you know. They're not as subtle, but it's still like a jump animation. You know, it's good to practice your fundamentals from time to time. You know, that's pretty good thing to do. Yeah, I think I'm feeling like going to sleep after this, but I do wanna make. But it's not gonna work with this time. But I wanted to make like a thingy. Let's paint one last thing, and then we'll cut the stream here. And then I'll deliver the same on. Oh man, this. Oh shit! What the hell? Why did I close that? Hello. Oh man, my mic was not working. God damn, son. Properties, that's hiding webcam. Ah, okay, okay. That's I messed up the. Oh man, my my quality probably went down like by a lot. Why the hell is it updating the whole thing now? I don't want this to happen. Yeah, that's what I want. Now I think I can change up the properties. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, that should be better. I mean, okay, I'm gonna look for something to draw while I wait. I won't disturb you in your work, man. You go ahead and get the work done. Good Lord, Lordy. Uh, um. I don't know. I think let's try and paint a hand for a change. I'm not really a big fan of. Okay, just have to delete these and we don't need these. Oh, okay. We're gonna do this last thing. I'm gonna try and paint a hand from memory. Ah, okay. So we're gonna do the hand thing. Well, let's start out with the line art for a change. I'll get this orangish color, and we're gonna. We don't wanna make it too stylized, so. Let me redo that. Not sure how good that turned out, but we'll just go with it. Yeah. Oh, my camera is deactivated, man. What the hell? Okay, my camera is gone for good. That's a bummer. Um, um, um. Let me put this guy like a bit on top. Um, yeah, something like that. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this OBS. I think it's just OBS's issue. That just, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll get back to work. Uh, uh, let's do the local color first, like the traditional approach. The local color of a human hand would be something like this. This is good enough. We'll adjust it as we go. Lock the transparency, and we go ahead with the shadows, which we'll just use a simplest brush for that. No fancy tools. Yeah. And for the shadows, we'll just pick this color, and we'll start going this way. Okay, now next stage we do the highlights or the oh man, that looks very weird. I think I should. Okay, I'll just try my own method. This is not working, man. We'll keep it though. We'll keep it. And then I'll for a comparison, I'll just do my own, like the way I'm comfortable with. We'll make it a bit smaller. We don't wanna. Okay, let's try and do this one. Man, that immediately looks more interesting than this guy. I guess I'm just getting used to the no line art thing, man. You get caught up with so many different things. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I just like to keep things simple, man. Yeah, now we have to add the infamous sub scattering on this guy. There's gonna be more on this side of the hand, you know. And we do wanna make this one a bit more reddish though, because that's more like um yeah, now we can do the actual. Now we just gotta do the highlights again. Like the immediate highlights, you know. Okay, now we have a pretty good base in terms of colors. If we want to finish this more, we can just, you know, get the thing, man, the brush, like a pen, like add some details on top of this, and you know, finish off the drawing that way. But um, it looks good enough for me. Like at this stage, I think I'll just clean these rough edges up though. These are just, you know. Yeah, now that's way more interesting than the one we have over here, which is pretty basic ass thing, man. Yep, that's looking shit. That's looking hit, man. What can I say? Now what we can do is we can go in, and if you want, we can blur this out and start adding more details to this. You know, maybe refine the shape a bit more, and then we can follow the contours of that. That's my typical workflow when I'm like doing any sort of art, like rendering anything. I think we can move this guy over here. I mean, we don't want to make it too far away. That looks a bit weird to me. Um, yep, that looks more like it. Now we can just, shift this around and make the painting more refined. Um, yep. We don't want to do that. I'll shrink the thing down. First, we're gonna get the silhouette right on this guy. And I do like some of the colors here, so I won't get rid of everything. Now that we have the silhouette right, we can lock the silhouette down, and we can be more intentional with the shadow shapes. Did I? Oh man, I didn't mean to. Now that's what we call a nice hand. Aha, that's looking kinda good, man. Didn't know I could turn up a hand like this. But the thumb is not working that well. Wait, let me do something about this. Yeah, that's pretty good in my opinion. And we do want this orange color up here as a core. And we'll just get this brown side down there. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is more like it. We can try to add this rim light here though. Let me try it out. Why is it not working? Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, I kind of like it. This one is way more interesting than this one. I don't think I would have been able to get this one going. Okay, man. We have almost like 2 hours down, and my camera isn't working anymore. So I think it's time for me to wrap up. But I will remember to export uh, the thing out so I can make a short out of this. And that's it, I guess. Uh, oh, why is it stuck, man? I think it's too big of a file. It is. Man, it's taking too long to. Okay, man, James, thank you for showing up. I'm just gonna cut the video, like the stream now. This is gonna take a few minutes to render. I don't know what's going on, but I'll let it render down, and then I'm gonna delete the cache out of this. So, yeah, you have a good day at the job, man. Mm, yeah, so these are the layer structures if you're wondering anything about that.